everybody. It is me. It is Josh Lloyd, and we are here with 13 games on in the NBA. There is going to be lineup dickery all over the place. We are waiting to see Jericho Sims start for the Knicks. We are waiting to see James Wiseman start for the Pistons. We are waiting for me to lose my absolute fucking mind when that happens, and I cannot wait. It's exciting. We're in for some good times. It's going to be awesome. Glad to see everyone here. Don't know why I just flicked that button, but I did. But what I do want you to do, if you are here, hit the subscribe button. You know how it cracks on. Thumbs up, subscribe, click, click, click. Let's get to 70K. What are we? 200 away. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Welcome, everyone, back to the show. We're going to go through all the stuff. Maybe we'll chuck a dribble game in. Maybe someone can remind me later on. We'll throw a dribble game in. But we might as well just get straight in here and have a look at where we are at in terms of lineups. We have one lineup confirmed, and it is, as always, your Orlando Magic. Tim Hardaway just popped up as questionable, by the way. Questionable with back tightness. Sick. Alex Caruso, game time decision today. Sick. What else? Seth Lundy's playing. That means a lot. What else just went down? Patrick Williams is in. The headmaster is in. And the Magic starters. Black, Suggs, Wagner Banchero, Badadze. So Suggs is back. That ankle injury looked horrific. He's back. He is playing. We're ready to go. Mark Williams is out. Nick Smith is out. John Collins is out. Walker Kessler is out. Larry Markkinen is out. This could be... Well, it's going to have to be a Olynyk. Is it going to be Taylor Hendricks time? Well, it's going to be Yurtseven and Olynyk, I'm guessing. And then we'll see where Hendricks goes. I'm very interested to see what happens there. We also got a note that Chris Middleton is out with no explanation on it whatsoever. So I don't know what the hell happened there. We did get some lineup news, though. Oh, my God, the Pistons did it. Asar Thompson starting. Let's go. Yes. Haha, we're in. We're up, boys. Let's go. This is what they should start every single game. And then when Duran comes back, he replaces Stewart. Cunningham, Hayes, Thompson, Bogdanovic, and Stewart. Let's actually go. This is why, with the Thompson stuff, we just wanted to wait and see. Sixers. Batum, Harris, Embiid, Melton, Maxey. So Embiid is playing. The Wizards. Jones, Poole, Avdia, Kuzma, and they're starting Muscala. They're not starting Bilal. So they're actually going with a pseudo-center. The Heat, Lowry, Duncan Robinson, Jimmy Butler, Caleb Martin, Orlando Robinson. Looks like Bam's going to miss a few more games as well. The Cavs, Garland, Mitchell, Strus, Dean, Wade, and Jarrett Allen. Amen Thompson returns. Oh, I'm sure Chad is pumped. Chat, are you pumped about Asar? How long is this Durant out for? About 2 weeks. We don't know, Mr. Mitchell, whether Hartenstein is not starting yet. That has not been confirmed yet. So just, yeah. Caruso is game time decision. Why is Middleton out? Actually have no idea. They haven't actually mentioned it. Maybe it was an error. I don't know. Pick my injured player to use, Lowry or Suggs. Suggs. Is Hartenstein worth starting over Zach Collins in ESPN Points League? I expect that Collins will come off the bench and Hartenstein probably will too, but he'll probably play more minutes. I'd probably lean a little bit into Hartenstein, but it's very close. So the Pacers are going with Halliburton, Hield, Brown, Toppin, and Turner. Same lineup. I said Asar Thompson starting over Jaden Ivey. What other lineups do we have? Oh, geez, man, a lot of stuff just bumped there, so that's cool. Jason Kidd says no new update on Kyrie. No timetable. Sick, that helps. Grant Williams might be able to return against the Lakers. I doubt it, though. That's what he reckons. Okay, sure, fine, whatever. Seth Curry will be leaned upon for more minutes. Just play Jaden Hardy, you bloody coward. Let's hope that Asar can pop off today. I'm very excited to see what goes on there. It took a while, but still no Jaden Ivey, of course. Rodrigo Malik Monk is not out. I'll tell you what statuses we're waiting on, right? We don't know whether Quickly is playing. He's questionable. Caruso is questionable. Anthony Edwards is questionable. Jaden McDaniels is questionable. Jordan McLaughlin is questionable. Tim Hardaway is questionable. Jake LaRavia is questionable. Malik Monk is questionable. Colby Jones is questionable. Malcolm Brogdon is questionable. And DeAndre Ayton is questionable. That is what we know at this point. I cannot believe that old mate Monty Williams did the right thing. We will never not be amazed. And I'm so excited. I'm not, because I know some other bullshit's going to happen, but it did happen. That's what I did. I talked about this yesterday, I think, saying that this is a real chance for that to happen. Oh, it's cool. It's good news. We're excited about it. What we need now is for Tom Thibodeau to not Tom Thibodeau. We start Asar over Pirtle? I would not know. Do I think the Spurs could be interested in getting... Look, I don't get into this shit, honestly. About who's going to start and who's going to be traded. There's just so much nonsense that gets thrown around. When it happens, it happens. The report's out, Sims starting. That wasn't the report, Gerard, unless you saw something different to me. The report was that they're considering maybe Sims, but there was a report yesterday that said that Hartenstein would start, so I don't know. But that is not 100% confirmed yet, but the report said that that is what they are considering doing. So when we have it confirmed, which we don't, we will let you know. As far as I know, let me double check that, because that's the last thing I saw, but I have been recording other videos in the time. Yeah, there is no confirmation on that. Be really cautious about what you read and what you hear. Anthony Edwards out, by the way. Jaden McDaniels game time decision. It's hard to consider streaming Brown or Alexander Walker in this scenario. Obviously not Anderson either. You'd be really careful about what you read and how accurate you think it is or what you think you're actually seeing versus what's actually happening. So yes, it does seem like it might be Sims, but nothing is confirmed. Bucks reporter said Middleton isn't on the report. Yes, I don't know what's going on there. Apparently that was a Bulls announcer that said that. So I don't know. Maybe he's not out. Said Edwards is out. Anthony Edwards. I don't know what's going on with that Middleton thing. Maybe that's just wrong. Maybe that reporter was wrong. I've got to go and find that actual tweet because sometimes they tweet it and then they pull it off, giggity. It was 15 minutes ago from Chuck Swirsky, who's the Bulls announcer. He said Middleton is out versus the Bulls. And that's all there is there. So, absolutely no idea. Nothing else has happened with that. That's the one we've got to watch because that's confusing, obviously. And we may not even hear about it on this show. Frustrating. Should we do a dribble game? Let's just do a dribble game while we wait for more info to come in. Dribble game. All right, what are we on here? Miles Turner to James Harden. How do we connect them? So Indiana, obviously, Bruce Brown. Or did Bruce Brown played with Harden, didn't he? In Brooklyn? Or was Brown... Yeah. All right, easy. Oh, that was easy. So... We're only waiting on the Hornets lineup. That is 100% going to be Rozier, Miller, Hayward, Bridges, Richards. No worries about that. All the other early games are confirmed. And then we've got the next bunch. And the things we're waiting on here is Sims, whether he is starting. Trae Young returns for the Hawks. We're waiting on with Alex. If Alex Caruso is out, I'm guessing it'll be Dosunmu that starts. We're waiting on Middleton, whatever that nonsense is. We're waiting on Jaden McDaniels. We're waiting on whatever the Spurs decide to do. We're waiting on what the Mavs decide to do, because if Hardaway's out, maybe it is Seth Curry they start. We're waiting on what the Jazz do. Do they start Hendricks or Olynyk? Or do they push Fontecchio to power forward? Do the Thunder start Case and Wallace instead of Lou Dort, or do they start Isaiah Joe? And then Brogdon and Ayton statuses. Does Thibault start? Does Kamara start? And then the Clippers should be the Clippers. So not much more there. The Hornets lineup is out. It is the same as expected. Rozier, Miller, Hayward, Bridges, Richards. That is done. Are the Spurs lineup changes because they don't want to create chemistry and accidentally win games? Bro, they are so far down the list of winning games that I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't understand what they're doing. I don't understand... I get Wemby is going to be a center long term. That's fine. So start him, no worries. Branham starting makes no sense. That's what I don't get. I don't think Branham is it at all. So that makes no sense. So I don't actually know what they're doing. Dort is out. Yes, correct. I don't know who asked that question. Late to the shower. Jason, I didn't invite you to the shower, but I hope you're late to the show. Did I talk about Ivy rest of season now that Pistons may start Asar over Stewart going forward? Well, Jason, where are you extrapolating that from? This is, again, be really cautious. You are making that up. They are starting Asar Thompson today with Bagley out and with Duran out, maybe they start him over Stewart, but I wouldn't have any confidence in any of that. I still don't know about Asar or Jaden Ivey. Do I actually think that Killian Hayes is going to start long-term over Ivey? It seems insane. So I'm just holding these guys to see what transpires. But that part of it, Asar over Stewart, stop reading into stuff that isn't necessarily there. Not against you, just as a general rule. Is it time to leave the point guard to the waiver gods? You are talking about Chris Paul. Do you drop him? I will not do that yet, but we are getting really close to that because his bench production's been bad. His starting production's been good. And if we get another couple of bad bench games, then maybe we do move on. What happened with Gafford? He got smacked by Embiid a couple of games ago. I think he'll be okay, but I just think he's a bit sore. I want to pick up Hartenstein, but Pat Williams is my worst. What do I think? That's tough. Like, if Hartenstein was starting and playing 30 minutes, he is a better player than Pat Williams. But with the Thibodeauing is a bit of a worry. I'm not sure I would do that. Marty, I am as well. I hope. Well, one thing I know, Marty, is Hendricks is going to play somewhat. Is it 15 minutes or is it 26 minutes? Be very interested to see what they do. Why does Philly wait to the last second? They're not. He's in. Because he's been... he was ruled in 10 minutes ago. It's looking more now like Chris Middleton is not out. So I think we should put him back. Because there's literally no reason for him not to be out, and there's not even an injury. He's not on the injury report. That doesn't, yeah. Does Thibault have 12-team value of points league? Nah, absolutely not. Quickly is still questionable. Is Lively worth to have 10-team points? Dylan, I'll say yes, but watch my show that comes straight after this pregame show. We put Derek Lively under the lens, and we talked about him there at length. Or I talked about him, and you'll probably listen, I think. Should fantasy basketball leagues be named by total roster size instead of team count? Probably yes. That's probably a good idea. When I say -1, what does that mean? It is a better ranking system for head-to-head leagues that takes away a player's worst category. Because it's obviously insane when you're looking at rankings and Giannis sits at 70. It doesn't have any basis in reality. It takes away a player's worst category. That's what it is. So we're minusing one category. Monty found his brain tape. He didn't really have any other options, honestly. Like, I suppose he could have started Joe Harris. But this is what it took. It took Duran being injured, and then it took Bagley being injured to get back to this spot. So I'm not going to praise him at this stage. How long is Durant out for? It might be literally 0 games. Durant is questionable. He is not even out. So, yeah. What are my thoughts on the man of the street, Jordy Clarkson, rest of season usage for the Jazz? I think he is going to lose stuff as we move forward. I think he could be traded maybe. I think he's going to lose some value as the season goes on with fake injuries maybe late in the season. Vince, I wish I knew, mate. Will Utah start Hendricks? You guys ask these questions. I have no idea. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I try to provide information and analysis and thoughts. I can't tell. And maybe I'm just taking this question too literally. Will they start him? No fucking idea. Could they? Sure. We're projecting him at the moment, but it could also be Kelly Olynyk. But I think they'll keep Olynyk on the bench to play backup center and get a lot of minutes that way. But who knows? Yeah, I think this Middleton one's wrong. I think he's going to play. I don't think that's accurate. I'm going to go back and see if Chuck has... I might actually just send a tweet to old Chuck Swirsky and go, hey, what's going on? Where is the tweet? Maybe you guys should do it as well. Where's the Middleton tweet? 23 minutes ago. Oh, Kyle's already doing it. Yeah, Kyle's already got onto messaging him. So we're waiting to see. Pretty sure that that's not going to be accurate. Check Edwards' status again. Got a notification that he's playing. Where'd you get that from? He's been ruled out. I'm just going to go back and double check all of his stuff. Chris Finch says Anthony Edwards is out. So I don't know where you got that from. No, he's out 100%. What current NBA player would I like most to meet? I actually don't care. Like, I don't have any interest in meeting NBA players. I've met a few of them, but I don't like, man, I need to go talk to this guy. Not interested. So, yeah, no one. Maybe that makes me sound like a prick, but yeah, not interested. Am I worried about Bam's injury? A little bit, yeah. Spolstra's thing today didn't sound good, did it? Do the Pistons break the streak this week? Let's see who they play. Probably not. Indiana, no. Oh, God, no. Oh, my God, have you seen this schedule? Indiana, Philadelphia, Milwaukee, Atlanta. The next one they play that's probably winnable is the Jazz on the 21st. So if they break the streak this week, it'll be a gigantic upset. That is a rough run. They might lose by 150 combined versus winning a game. When you determine who to start sit in a points league on big game days, you start players with high upside, low floor, or safety 30, 40 points. That is tough. That is a tough question. Usually, I will try to hit the upside guys, but it really the high upside guys is their floor 10 points, then I won't do it. I will go for safety. But if it's like a guy's got let's use these numbers. If a guy's got a floor of 40 and an upside of 50 versus a guy having a floor of 30 and an upside of 80, just using those numbers, I take the 80 versus 30. But if it's a floor of 10 versus an upside of 60, then I take the safety. So it just really depends on actually how far down am I going to drop. Would I start Keontae or Onyeka in a standard 9-cat? I would start... I would start Keontae, I think. But it is going to be pretty rough. I know the screen just died. I'm going to bring that back up for you guys. Just waiting to see if we've got any more updates on Chris Middleton. Nope. Emmanuel Quickley is listed active for the Knicks. Doesn't mean he's going to play, but he is listed active. Charlie Brown is active as well, for those of you who care in that one. Nick said he meant to say Chris Livingston, not Middleton. I guess that's the assumption. We just don't know that, though. Like, we don't know that he said that because he never even mentioned Chris in the tweet. He just said Middleton. So that's probably what happened, but we don't know that. Why do fans participate in Rookie of the Year voting instead of players and coaches? Fans do not. Players do not. Coaches do not. None of those things happen, Ricardo. I don't know why you are so hung up about Rookie of the Year voting. None of these things happen. The media votes on Rookie of the Year. That is it. The fans do not participate. At all. I don't know what you've been told. Would I hold Jalen Johnson at ESPN Points League? Well, I mean, sure. But under what context? I don't know. It's very hard to know. Any news on Ayton? No Troy. You can see he's still got the blue Q tag there. We don't know anything more. Would I start Asar or Jones Jr.? Don't call him Jones Jr. No, don't do that. It's bad. It's bad English. I would start... that's tough. I actually would start Dirk Jones. 2024 number one draft pick is Alex Sarr. Honestly, it could be 8 blokes. Could be him. Could be Ron Holland. Could be Matas Baselis. I haven't done enough deep dive onto that, but Sarr's got to be in that. Do I think Brunson is going to be limited today, or will he get usual Tibbs treatment? Almost no chance he's limited, honestly. Keontae George or Orlando Robinson for points leagues. What did they get in their last 2 games in your points format? That's just that these questions aren't like. There's not a huge amount of nuance to it, I don't think. But we know there's tons of variance game by game, and a lot of the time it's a coin flip. What are my thoughts on production from Vassell and OG in 9-cat league? I think they will produce. I don't know what that question means. I don't know what you're asking me. Be more specific with that sort of stuff. Do I start Orlando Robinson or Pat Williams? I probably do start Orlando Robinson. Last game he did have some foul trouble and he struggled, but I probably do start him. Yes, Timmy Hardaway is game time decision. He is questionable. That just came out not long ago, about 20 minutes ago. Jamal Murray is in. I All right, so we're going to put Middleton back to questionable. So you should see him reappear in the Bucks lineup really soon. That'll adjust pretty soon. And Middleton will come back. We've made the adjustment on Basketball Monster to put him back in. Because that just seems a weird tweet. And Swirsky has not corrected or responded at all from 30 minutes ago. Yeah, that's frustrating. Still waiting on those Knicks, man. The Knicks are really late usually on getting starting lineups out too. Can I see Zach Collins or Cam Johnson being a drop in ESPN points leagues? I can see Zach Collins being one, yeah. What do I make of Kuminga and Moody having a better EPM and estimated wins than Reeves? I don't know. I'd have to go and have a look at that. I haven't seen that. That seems strange, but I don't know. Explain bad English with saying Jones Jr. All right, you ready for a rant? Who wants a rant with 9 minutes to go in this show? His name is Derek. His name is Derek Jr. His name is not Derek. His name is Derek Jones Jr., right? We got that right? But he is called Jr. because he has the same first name as his father. So he is Derek Jr. If you're going to write the name all at once, it is Derek Jones Jr. If you're going to write his surname, it is just Jones. I don't get called Lloyd Jr., even though we've got the same surname, me and my father. We're both called Lloyd. I'm not Lloyd Jr. Every NBA jersey with Junior or the third or the fourth is wrong, is incorrect. They are first name Junior. Derek Jr. he is. He's Derek and my son Derek Jr. He's not, because otherwise every single person who has the same surname is a junior. It is first name, Derek Jr. Tim Jr. That is what it is. It bugs me for no reason whatsoever. It is just absolutely wrong. But it has now taken hold so much that people are going to end up making, well, it can be actually both ways. It's like saying, yeah, could care less, which is obviously blatantly wrong, but enough people say it that way that now it becomes accepted to be correct, which is clearly wrong. But there you go. That's my rant on that. Caruso is out. What a shock that is. That means Desumu's probably going to start, but you wouldn't stream him in with a day like this. Am I starting Asar or Thibault? I'm starting Asar pretty easily there, I'd say. What type of team does a player like Thibault perform well against? There's no way of knowing that. Like, that's just... Billups changes his mind every 5 seconds. Thibault, it's just about getting more minutes, honestly. So I don't think that's trying to dig too far into the weeds without getting actually any sort of result. Looks like Middleton again. Middleton looks like he's ready to go, so we're good there. He warmed up fine, so no problem there. What's Kessler's injury? He's got a foot injury, foot soreness. Tim, I get pissed over a number of things. Name pronunciation's one of them, and that sort of stuff is annoying. Bruce, no rants, but I'm going to rant against you telling me not to rant. I'll rant as much as I want, my guy. Tejas, how are you? It's like when people call Cat Anthony Towns. I have never heard that. If they do, that is ludicrous. Who cast the Twitter votes for Wemby as Rookie of the Year despite... What are you talking about? What Wemby Rookie of the Year? There is no rookie... What? Ricardo, where do you live? What planet are we on here? Which dimension? What Twitter votes for Wemby Rookie of the Year? That's like me putting out a poll and go, does Ricardo have a big dick or a small dick? And they vote small, and you go, well, I guess that's true. Because the vote said. Whatever vote went out, it's nothing. It's not official. Believe me 100%, there is no fan voting for Rookie of the Year. It does not exist. It is not a thing. Killian or Obi tonight? Good question. That is tough. I'd probably go with Killian, but yeah, I don't know. No, I'm not in a pissy mood, mate. I'm just like this all the time. I'm not, and this is not actually being pissy. I'm telling you now, this is just usual. But people seem to think that if I talk like not aggressively, but directly, or I say a rude word, that means I'm getting angry. I'm not. What do I think is Bronny James, an NBA prospect? a couple of things. I worry about his shooting. I worry about his size. He's not very big. He's only like 6'3". I think defensively and IQ obviously is through the roof. His defensive stuff is amazing. He's got good athleticism. I think in this class, which is weak, if he does go through and his health is fine, he will be a first-round pick. But I think he's going to be someone who's more of a bench defensive guy. Well, let's best case scenario. Let's put it now. I don't know this with watching him one game and not doing a ton of research. Could he turn into an Alex Caruso type player? A limited offensive guy who's a smart ball mover but a really strong perimeter defender, even though he's undersized. That's sort of what I see. But who knows? What about using Jones version 2.0? It'd be better than Junior, mate. Would I start Orlando Robinson over Pirtle? That is a good one, 5. Good name. Interesting spelling. I think I would. I feel like Robinson's upside is a little higher. Do I think the Bronco has potential to be top 40 by the end of the year? Yeah, it's all just going to come down to steals with him, though. Like, if he gets 1.7 steals, he will be. If he gets 1.3, he won't be. And that's why the valuation of steals in fantasy and rankings can really skew people's numbers through the roof when there's such a low volume, high variance stat, meaning that, like, theoretically, when you look at the rankings, he might appear there, but was he actually as valuable? Don't know. Not even slightly, Matty. I'm just being me, mate. What are my thoughts on Otani deferring 97% of his contract? Makes sense. Defer the money, get more guys in this season, make a ton of money this season from endorsements, get paid on the back end. Totally fine. Is McConnell a good pickup for assists with him being the only point guard? Well, the only backup point guard is what you mean. Yeah, look, he's got definite 14-team league value. Talked about him on the show earlier today, I think, on the injury show. He's got some value, and he's going to be an interesting stream steals and assist guy. I'm really confident in that. Is Poole worth keeping on a points league? Well, ask yourself this as, if you drop Jordan Poole, would he be picked up by somebody in your league? And who the hell are your guys on your waiver wire that, if you're more confident, can do better than Poole? I can't answer those questions for you, but they're the questions you got to answer. I wouldn't drop him. It's getting closer, but I wouldn't. Is Shea the number 1 pick for the next few years? It's got to be getting close, doesn't he? Him and Halliburton are going to be the top 2 guys, and Wemby jumping into that mix soon, over the next 3 years, I'm guessing. Who to sit? Miles Turner, no. Jarrett Allen, Pirtle, or Zubats? I would sit Zubats. Tim Hardaway's out. So who is going to start there? That is Josh Green, Hardaway, Irving, Kleber, Williams. Shit. Do they start... Well, I start Exum at the 2 with Doncic. Derek Jones. Do they start Prosper? Mate, their shot... Maybe they have... This is great for Jaden Hardy, by the way. Maybe they have to... Because they need that shot creation. When will Carson overtake Giddey? I guess you mean Case and Wallace. I don't know that it happens this season, but they're basically just playing split minutes anyway. Is a man worth a stream? Absolutely not. 13 games on, backup point guard, no chance. What game should you watch? Let's have a look. What are we watching today? Wouldn't watch Washington Philly, I know that much. I'd be interested in watching Indiana Detroit because I'd want to see Obi Toppin and Nassar Thompson, their roles. If you want to start there, that's probably the most appealing game from what we need to do from a fantasy point of view. And I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'll be back obviously later on with the full recap show, so be ready for that. Also, you guys know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and we'll be out of here. And straight after this, there is a What to Watch For show coming, so I'll see you guys there. Bye. Yo, Emmanuel quickly just got ruled out. Big Grimes and DiVincenzo opportunities. If you're still there watching, listening.